Hello, you beautiful people, and welcome back to the 13th episode of the West Ham Save. We are top of the league and flying. This has been such a fun season. We are still unbeaten in the league and the Champions League. So, where we left off was the 2-0 victory over Everton. We were then going to beat Galatasaray 3-1. The nervy moment as Zaha scored 2 minutes in, but Kudus quickly nullified that, and the rest would be pretty simple. We'll be Brighton 2-0, Abraham and Tadibo with the goals. Norwich would go down 4-1, a double from Jean-Claire Tadibo. A goal from Hackney, that was pretty good. Then we'll be Manchester United 3-1. Perhaps an omen of things to come. Yeah, we beat them 3-1. It was a really comfortable victory, if I'm being honest, even after Rashford equalised just before the break. But it wasn't an omen of things to come, as Kudus would put us 1-0 up 20 minutes in. Højlund would then put United ahead on the 69th minute. And then Daka would equal things up as we finished with a 2-2 draw. Must be said, injuries to Tammy Abraham and Ait Nouri wasn't great. We also had an injury to João Mario. So we weren't at our full strength during this game. But then again, we weren't at our full strength for this one either. We will then go on to equal things out with a 5-2 victory over Nottingham Forest. Abraham back in the goals, as was Jean-Claire Tadibo. And then, just most recently, a double from Jarrod Bowen would make sure that we beat Palace relatively comfortably in a 2-0 victory. So that leaves us like this, top of the table by 5 points ahead of Villa and Tottenham. Liverpool with a disastrous few games, having lost to Southampton 3-1. They would also draw 2-2 in the Merseyside derby, a 4-1 loss to Crystal Palace, and finally a 2-2 draw against Chelsea. So 3 teams you'd expect them to beat. They only got 1 point out of that. Very poor, which leaves us 8 points ahead of them, 6 ahead of Manchester City, 5 ahead of Villa and Tottenham, as we said. I don't think we're going to win the league, but that's a pretty good start. 9 games, 0 losses, 25 points, and our goal difference at 21. In terms of league stats, I think it's only fair. I always like looking at these, so we have the most points per game, obviously. The second most goals, 2 behind Liverpool. We have the 6th fewest shots against. The joint second, least conceded. The second most clean sheets. We are absolutely superb at both ends. I can say a 5-game winning streak in the league. We are playing unbelievably well. Some of the best football. We do have the 5th highest net transfer spend. But come on, we're West Ham. We also have the 3rd highest average attendance, only slightly behind Tottenham. Once this new stadium maybe gets built, who knows? As for player stats, Tammy Abraham is 2nd behind Erling Braut Haaland in most goals scored. João Mario is in 4th place, just behind De Bruyne, a long way behind Szoboszlai in most assists. Ward-Prowse is joint 2nd with most man of the matches. Bowen and Prowse 4th and 5th respectively for most key passes. So as you can see, and of course Trubin there for least conceded, 2nd for most clean sheets. As you can very clearly see, our squad is playing really good all around the board, and Mohamed Kudus is in 4th place for highest average rating. We are playing some pretty much perfect football. As we go into this game against Borussia Dortmund, we're looking to get our 5th point. Our 3rd game, we're looking to get 7 points on the table, which would have us pretty comfortably in this qualification zone here. And you've got to say, with only 12 teams not being able to go through, feel like we're definitely going to be in that situation. However, Manchester City are really underperforming if we have a good season here with West Ham, would you be against maybe moving to Manchester City and trying to save them? They did win the Champions League. Probably a little bit too early to say save Manchester City, but Arsenal, Chelsea, certainly not off the cards yet. Anyway, enough faffing about. Let's get straight into this Borussia Dortmund game. There's not much to talk about other than Mohamed Kudus pulled his hamstring in that game against Palace and will be out for a week to 2 weeks. And Mavropanos also got injured in that match and be out for about a week to 3. Pretty much full strength though. Not much to worry about. Ben Rama does continue to start on that left hand side despite good performances from Marcus Edwards. Edwards still feels like he has a little bit more room to grow before he becomes number one starter, especially on that left hand side. Hirimi Doku yet to really impress, though he did of course score against Norwich. An assist from João Mario as the ex-Manchester City men linking up pretty well. As for the Borussia Dortmund side, it's relatively unchanged from what you'd expect. So I think we're better than Dortmund. I hope to win this, and I hope to really keep this great run of form going. If we can beat Dortmund, coming out of 2 hard games with 4 points, I'd be very, very happy with this. Trubin forced to dive, but thankfully Adeyemi's shot wasn't on target. But yeah, if we come out of the games against United and Dortmund with 4 points, that is extremely good. Very happy with that draw against United, though I did think we deserved to win it. However, we are on the back foot here against Dortmund. Bowen has been very good at being quiet until it matters most. Let's hope he does pop up today, because we so far have accumulated no real threat on goal as the first half ends extremely boringly. We need to do a lot better than this. I'm not going to go attacking just yet, though. If we concede, as Allaire back to Nicolas Sula, yeah, if we concede, I'm not scared to do that. Sebastian Allaire, of course, hoping to score against his former team. Remy Bensebaini, Ryerson, Schlotterbeck, Nico Schlotterbeck, I'm a big fan of him. Plays it calmly to Emre Can. Oh, and that's a poor pass to Debo. Jumps that pass beautifully. Lays it off to Bowen. Has Abraham ahead. Instead runs it on his own. Will he find Ait Nouri? He does. Bounces around. Ben Rama collects. Gio Reyna dives in. But Ben Rama's there again. I do feel like João Mario on his right hand side found a lot of space. And instead it's going to be Bowen on the right hand side. And that's exactly what I mean. He is being quiet. He's not offered much. But when it matters most, he pops up with the goal. 47 minutes in, West Ham take the lead, and all credit has to be given to this assist here by Edson Alvarez. Lovely scooped back pass over the top, and Bowen with the easiest job in the world there. Very, very happy. That was the perfect goal, exactly what we were looking for. Calm, finding those overlaps, really exposing this, these wing areas. Half an hour left to go. We are leading. I don't feel like we need to make too many changes. Abraham might come off. That's what I'm mainly thinking. João Mario's not having the greatest game he's ever had. I'm going to bring Bowen off because he's tired. He's got his goal. So Marcus Edwards and Patson Daka now to lead the line. 1-0 up. As I said, if we could keep this run of form going, I feel in such a good position. As you can see right now, 5th place. Whoa! Daniel Marlon. Incredible feat of athleticism there. Marco Reus kind of shocked. Eventually realises, oh, it's me taking the free kick. What? Well, I've seen that a few times. It's not going to be disallowed. He was definitely on play. Really easy pass there by Marco Reus, and Emre Can was given the space in the world. What is that? 4 players to 6. Far too many in this line. Todibo, Alvarez, Aguirre all need to be defending here. There's no reason to have a 4-man wall terrible goal to concede. And we need to change things up, but how? And that is the real question. How do you do it? Well, Souček can come on. Hayden Hackney can come on. And Emerson can come on. I think they're our best shouts. Aitnori's played very well. Emerson, after that 10.0 game, Emerson, after that 10-point game, hasn't really done anything. That's why Aitnori continues to start now. And I really do wish we would have been able to get that £20 million or so we almost got for Emerson. But it looks like it may well end a 1-1 draw to Dortmund at the London Stadium. It's not a bad result. And coming out of this, I would have been happy had I not known how we conceded that goal. Really poor. Absolutely makes no sense. And I don't quite know how to change it. Unless I, of course, went into the set pieces, the defence scenarios, 4 free kicks. How do I, that's the thing, I don't know how to get rid of this. Yeah, I really don't know. Anyway, we're going to have to just move straight on to this Newcastle United game. A very quick one against Dortmund. Should have been 10 times better. Well, we move on to games against Newcastle. Hopefully it's a bit more fun. Ben Rama isn't at full fitness, so Yeremi Doku once again getting the chance to play. Let's hope he can actually do something for once, because if we're being honest, he has not performed to the level I expected. Though, if I was going off of attributes and stats that were given compared to real life, I would have actually expected this from Doku. I don't like the type of winger he's portrayed as in this game. I think he needs a bit more flair and vision, which he doesn't really have. Isak scored 1 minute in. It's not a great start to proceedings. So I'm just swapping shifts. I'm very sorry about that. Trying to sort something out because don't want just crap innit? Crap. You want me to start it this time? Fuck yeah, I'm not doing that. Anyway, back to real life where I'm managing West Ham and losing to Newcastle. I can't believe we've conceded already, if I'm being honest. Isak, the world's greatest. What is that team? Joelinton on the left, Almiron through the middle, Isak on the right, with Wilson leading the line. Don't like that. Tonali, get him off the pitch. He's banned. I think 10 months has been up. Oh no. That's why I'd never have Almiron in my side. Scott McSauce has lost all of his sauce. I can't lie. It's completely dried up. And that has me worrying. So I'm just going to have a sip of water because my throat's acting up. We are being outclassed really, really badly, and it feels like the tactic has been found out a little bit. It's taken a season, but suddenly against these top teams we aren't really performing. After that victory against Manchester United, we've not quite hit full gear again. I'm not going to worry too much. It's only really 3 games where we've not quite performed to the best. United, Dortmund and now Newcastle, all 3 teams, not exactly people we should be taking lightly. I just want a little bit more from this squad. Very smart head there by Aitnori to Ruben. Here is Aitnori again. Doku pushed off the ball by Trippier. He's having a terrible run of games. Go on. Abraham. I want Abraham to do something special. So far he has just been a classic poacher. To Debo, he's been the best player I've ever witnessed, to be honest. He's one of the best centre-backs I've had in FM. João Mario, great save by Nick Pope. Mario's fitness isn't great. McTominay, Bowen, Aitnori, they're all very much struggling today. Neither of them have good ratings. They're all struggling with fitness. I know he's going to come off for Emerson. I'm going to bring McTominay off for Patson Daka to play that shadow striker role and Edwards on. So a triple substitution to try and give us at least a little something now. I think Joao Mario is going to have to be the next one off. I've given Alvarez the nod ahead of Souček a few games and it doesn't feel like it's working. I don't know, Ben Rama is going to come onto that left hand side. Hopefully he can offer us at least a little bit of offence. But it's not going to matter as Callum Wilson makes it 2-0. Another assist from Bruno Guimaraes, who is very good at football. I'd love to have him in this squad. And yeah, 2-0 down with 10 minutes left to go. It looks as though we are going to have our first ever loss this season. And it could not come at a worse time. The morale and the form out the window over the course of 2 games, unless with 4 minutes left, Debo hits the wrong side of the post. One of the most consistent goal scorers we've had all season has came from centre back, and it's not just been corners either. He's popped up when it's needed. Longley, Trippier. Yeah, we need a better, more consistent left winger, not just to replace Doku, but also to replace Ben Rama, who, similar to Emerson, has a good game every 4 or 5. Soufal, Ward-Prowse. Lovely ball forward. Edwards can't get there ahead of Sven Botman. And Edson Alvarez with a horrible tackle on Almiron looks to have injured him, but Newcastle play on with 10 men. Tonali, good save by Trubin. We're claiming, I just saw that there, they're saying, Almiron's not injured, he's wasting time, but that is very poor. Not a single shot on target, and we lose with them only having 2. We concede from both shots on target, don't score a single one ourselves. Our unbeaten record is over, and in 2 games we have gotten 1 point. West Ham, we have a good couple games now to fix our ideas up. If we don't, there might need to be some big changes, but Yeremy Doku may well find himself out of this squad forever, as Maxwell Cornet is back. Yeah, he just came back to fitness a few days ago, and it's his chance now to re-cement his spot, because last season he had a very good run of games. Can he do it again? But for now, Ben Rama will start over him. We're going to the game against Brentford, but I will see you all for the game again. I'm trying to do about 1 a month for Athens. No, I don't know what to do. I think I'm going to do a double header in the league, Liverpool and Tottenham. Double header in the league to see how we perform, and then after that we'll go into the game. Jesus, the Marseille game's a long way away. Maybe Tottenham, Napoli, so that'll give us an idea of where we are, and then we'll come back within Tottenham and Napoli, and then we'll come back at the midway point for the game against Bayern and City, which will give us a lot to go through in January. And thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe if you can. It was a pretty rough episode. We've not had it that bad in a while. Really, really poor performances. And everyone, thank you all. Have a great day and stay safe. And I'll see you for the 14th episode.